This is the way it was always supposed to be. Whatever, dude. I had it the right way, but I guess we can try it this way. This might suck. Or this might look better. I don't know. Either way, we're finally here to finish our 3-part story of JLA Classified. We're finally here to finish our 3-part story of JLA Classified. First issue, we get introduced to the Ultramarine Corps. This guy, this water thing's a guy. Knight and Squire. They get mind controlled by Grodd, beaten by Grodd, and then it's up to Batman to hold them off with his Mechanical Justice League in issue 2, while Squire calls the real Justice League to come back. The real Justice League is in a infant universe dimension thing called Quark. Whoops. Oh look, you can almost see Turkey. Say hi, Turkey. While in the infant dimension of Quark, what is it? They defeat Doc, Evil Knight, something. I don't remember the dude's name who trapped them in Quark. I'm sure it'll tell us in this issue. But that's kind of the feeling you get when you're reading books like these month to month. You forget details like that, and they remind you in the issues, but also it's nice if you can also go back. But I think this is a fun read. I liked it a lot when I read it the first time. This is my second reading. JLA issue 3, Into the Fire. Oh, Batman's mechanical people lost, and Grodd captured them, and he's gonna cook them and eat them on a steak, just like this. And I think the Justice League escaped. How many times can we say I'm pretty sure the Justice League escaped from the infant Quark already. And we meet up with Goraiko, the Atomic Sumo. This guy's pretty strong. He's pretty cool too. I kind of like him. It's kind of a mix of like that Big Hero 6 and Captain Atom. Yeah. Whatever. I'm sure something's happening. Let's look at this ad instead for Mecha Assault 2. Lane Wolf. But they escaped. And remember, these guys, he's part of the Ultramarine Corps, but he's being controlled by Grodd right now. He's using these parasite things to control him. He says the formula, help us, somebody help us. And that's Green Lantern's job, baby. But it's not your Kyle Rayner, all right? This isn't your uncle's Green Lantern. This is hip, cool John Stewart. He was in the TV show. Green Lantern, John Stewart, master of an alien wishing ring, which turns thoughts into solid objects. And so we're issue 3. We're just now getting introduced to the League proper with text boxes from the narrator and everything. Architectural renewal. So Goraiko is destroying all these buildings. He's jumping from thing to thing. It's pretty cool. And he's keeping them up with his ring. A red streak comes by, passed on my speed to all of them, spinning their molecules like plates to keep them safe inside the blast. Gorilla Grodd hijacked the super team? What is it with him? You tell me. That's a cool shot of the lantern ring. The art is immaculate. But then this guy shows up and he has that cosmic keyboard, and he knew the Green Lantern ring was once affected against yellow material, correct? I can restore that flaw. Edit, cut, pace. Get out of here. Oh, excellent. He turned yellow and he starts falling. And here comes John, the Flash, Wally West, thinking at the speed of light. You keep spinning, sir. And John, I hope this works. You and me both, Wally. Huh? Web. Yellow, huh? Ridiculous. He like spun the yellow off him. And then I like this thing. Wonder Woman gets a huge fight scene in this. Wonder Woman and Aquaman's flying in the invisible jet. And they're deciding how they want to do this attack. He said, Garage Girl operator is sedated on level 10, high security. She's your objective. And Aquaman's like, I love it when you bark orders at me, Dana. I've heard about you, Arthur. You all know me, JLA diplomat, envoy. Lay down your weapons or face the consequence. I see, Vixen Fleur. Shall we begin negotiations? Hola, I'm weak. Yeah. This era in 2004, Wonder Woman had this shield thing, which honestly I kind of dig. It looks kind of cartoony, kind of plastic, but I don't know. I kind of dig Wonder Woman with the shield. And look, Gorilla Grodd is literally roasting Batman, bro. A dynasty. A world run by gorillas like me, Batman. That's the plan. Yeah, we know. A planet of the apes. We're really dating ourselves. A planet of the apes. I thought I smelled something. Are you listening to me, Batman? Like all fallen gods, you and your kind will live on in ape legends as savage monsters. He's gonna use their names to frighten ape children at night. Look how savage they're drawing Grodd. I love that panel. That's a poster. That's a poster. Yes, the right arm first. Crunch. The great Batman sobbing like a frightened child. The juice is rising. Grodd is a maniac, dude. I didn't realize like he monologued so much in this issue. Did I hear? Grodd! Batman freed himself. I've killed apes before. Don't tempt me. Uh-oh. And he's throwing batarangs. So, whew. There goes the dynasty. Hilarious. There's a full-page ad for something on the Game Boy. I think it's just the game. Oh no, the Zelda Minish Cap. Look at that. I like seeing 90s ads. Isn't that so cool? That makes these books like time capsules. And then we pick up in space. And we find John Jones, telepathic, shape-shifting, manhunter from Mars. A living switchboard at the heart of the JLA's mind-to-mind instant communication network. His only weakness? Fire. I have him, but my Martian senses tell me Gorako is not alone. It's gone. John is their big hitter. That's not Superman. So it makes sense he had to go after Gorako. But the Olympian, Articides, Demetrios, disgrace, schizophrenic Superman of Greece. He's part of the Ultramarine Corps, riding shotgun. John! He throws it at him. He's just hits it. Now this is a treat. This is hilarious. Don't you all want exclusive wallpaper, exclusive Snoop Dogg wallpaper for your Nokia phone? I'm sure they're still in business today. And Superman has to deal with Nebulo. He's like, come then. Which of the legendary champions of this age will first fall at my feet? Send your world's finest. And Grant Morrison, like, or the artist maybe. Who is this? Ed McGuinness. This Superman is so gritty and mean. And you'll see at the end of the book too, like Superman is hardcore, even though like he reprimands the Ultramarine Corps for being hardcore, like too hardcore. He reprimands, checking the music. He reprimands the Ultramarine Corps for being hardcore, but like, I don't know. I guess he just looks hardcore. He doesn't do anything super hardcore, but I don't know. I'm kind of 8 out of 10 for this image of Superman. Die, Martian, die. Oh, and the schizophrenic Superman stabs Martian Manhunter. He's to die alone and far from home. Bars. But also a Spider-Man reference in 2005. We're ahead of our time. Alien versus Predator. That's how you know this is a big book. Got the Alien versus Predator ad. Full page. That's our third full page ad. Meanwhile, your accomplice have betrayed you. Grodd. And the Justice League is here. The real Justice League. Which means Black Death failed you too. It's over. Yeah, Black Death chained them in the Quirk universe. It was a universe that was so evil. It's just corruption everywhere. And, it's just a place where he goes to kill people for fun. Now be good or I'll do irreparable things to your spinal column. How? How did you? I had help. When you trash Warmaker's jet suit, you overlook Scott Sawyer's its disembodied pilot. Batman Nuba R. Release our master Grodd. And join us, Batman, or die. When you trash Warmaker's jet suit, you overlook Scott Sawyer. Its disembodied pilot? Oh, did he free Batman off of the stake? So, like, he didn't know? Let's see if, like, we could see that. I wonder, like, during this, was there anybody... You see every angle of him as he's turning him. I don't see anybody coming to, like, take the cords off of him, though. That's weird. But also cool. Batman beats Grodd 1v1, apparently. Just kind of cool. But then the Ultramarine Corps catches up. Now the music is too low. Now the music is too low. Let me find my controller, my remote. Or we should go back to the last one. Say hi to Turtle. It's still too low. Oh, I found you. Now we catch up to Aquaman. We get our introduction to Aquaman, and this is how it is. As he jumped from the invisible jet. And he does not have his hand, right? Trident in one hand. This is Trident Aquaman, which honestly, that's my favorite Aquaman. We're doing the weapon stuff. It's the 90s. Wonder Woman has a shield. Aquaman gets his trident. All right? No hand, though, because I guess you'll see why. Aquaman, Lord of the Seas, with lungs that can function at 11,000 meters below sea level, where the pressure reaches 6,000 pounds per square inch, with muscles that permit him to swim Niagara Falls upstream. He meets up with the damn Olympian. I left the Martian burning. You, I will drown. You heard John? That was stupid. Aquaman's about to avenge John, but he left them on fire. They should have showed that, him setting him on fire. Now we get a 2-page ad for Ratchet and effing Clank. Did you think this was Ratchet and Clank, bro? Insomniac. Yeah. And then we get to my favorite scene. Easily. Let me be careful. I'm going to rip my comic book. Yep. Now we get to my favorite scene, the Wonder Woman fight scene. Because Wonder Woman is about to take... We saw she started her fight with these two clowns. He jumps in. She's about to take all 3 of these guys. So she's like, no moving too fast. Kill Impala. Here. She breaks her sword off. 4 people. My fault. I forgot about Impala. He's coming up here like this, and he misses Wonder Woman. He goes into the Vixen flare. He's like, Wonder Woman, I'm getting to you. And then she knocks out this girl with the shield. Backflips over the Black Panther. Grabs him with the noose plane. To me, jumps in the invisible plane, grabs him with the lasso of truth in a noose. Tasmanian devil, show your true nature. Stop your teammates. Dude, don't you look so strong here too? Like the writing or the art. He's like, good boy. Diana Themyscira, Wonder Woman. And like, she's the only person who got her little title card at the end. You're like, you want to see what she can do first. And dude, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 panels showed off like one of the better Wonder Woman fight scenes I've ever seen in a comic book. In 7 panels. Like, Wonder Woman cooks. Then we got to catch up with Batman because he's being attacked by 2 members of the Ultramarine Corps, the Knight and this guy. Oh, and also we got to see what Aquaman fighting the Olympian with his hand. He throws the trident at him. What, Matt? And, Batman kicks Aquaman's punch. A little rusty since that coma they brought you out of, huh, Cyril? And we learned Cyril's not as strong as Batman. The Knight, aka the Batman of the Dark Knight Return. The Batman of England. Cyril, whatever got a hold of you, you gotta be stronger. Like you was with the booze and the drugs, Cyril. You can't fight bloody Batman. He's your hero. Barrel. And he gets the parasite. Killer. Kill them all. Gotcha. Superbia's engine cores disabled. Whoops, I turned it. I know I turned it. You two don't like that. Pick a perspective. Wonder Woman blasts out of the engine core, disturbing Suburbia. And then you get this little speck, right? And then this is where we get to see Martian Manhunter's real power. From this little speck, all of this is fire that he got burned alive in. Garakugo is about to destroy London, and the only person strong enough to stop it is Martian Manhunter. He's like, Wonder Woman's like, I can't even beat that guy. The atomic sumo, I can't beat that guy. A million lives depend on you. So like telepathically, she's hyping up Martian Manhunter to reconstitute himself. And from like Wolverine, from this little speck of being burnt alive, he brings himself back. And he like, it hurts. His only weakness, right, is fire. And he breaks through and flies out of it. John Jones responding, I'm on my way. Hurry, John. Hurry. Nebula Man, what are you? the real super fight, Nebula Man versus Superman. He's like, the seed of evil Black Death planted bore fruit in me. Black Death was the guy creating that Quark universe. I am Nebulo, the adult universe of Quark. They were, the universe evolved. The infant universe. They made infant as in like a childlike universe, and it evolved. They became Nebula Man. And Superman's like, so you grew up a time traveling bully and came back. I'm sorry, but not as sorry as you're gonna be, dude. The shading, and like I said, the art is that makes Superman so tough. And he punches Nebula Man. He's like, enough. I have seen enough. I have tested my prey. When next my people come, it will be as whispers of death unseen. Goodbye, Superman. You ever play EverQuest 2? Yeah, me neither. So we just have to stop Nebula Man and Garakugo. And coming from space, the Manhunter, in a blink of an eye, he shouts his formula. Moon of Mars, it has no mind. Bars. Nothing I can reach. Here comes the Manhunter. Something yields itself to. Look at that, dude. Martian Man is Green Superman. He says, thank you, Aquaman, just in time. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure what happens. He thanks Aquaman here. Like, are these bubbles? I don't know. I don't know what Aquaman's doing to help. I'm not gonna lie. But Martian Manhunter gotta take out Garakugo, bro. And now they're speaking Atlantean. I actually don't remember this part. Gone. Superbia's down. So the city that the Ultramarines patrol that Grodd took over is falling. They blew up the core. Tidal wave off the rock of Gibraltar. Yeah, I got it. We done? What? This part doesn't make too much sense. Oh. Aquaman shifted it. After she blew out the core, he shifted it with the water. Look at this scene. So Aquaman pushed Suburbia over, tidal wave off the rock of Gibraltar. Like, yeah, we got it. Or did he catch it? I wonder who is he talking to here? They're speaking Atlantean, I guess. And there's Garakugo. I'm so confused. And then the story just low-key ends, bro. Then we get the Trinity plus Wally. Everybody else is in the shadows. He said, you apes were led astray by a cunning manipulator. a bunch of dumb slogans and a few bananas, you belong to anybody, it seems. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You'll be returned to your own people for punishment in Gorilla City. Grodd, in light of your crimes, the international community has asked us to consider a total disembodiment and incarceration procedure. Phantom Zone imprisonment. Mind old Jolie. As for you, look how menacing they make Superman, bro. Grodd's going to the Phantom Zone for this, dude. This book, Grodd was a A-tier villain for sure. And these 3 parts. And then before we know the fate of the Ultramarine Corps, they decided to give us a letters page. Let's see. Identity crisis control. The chaotic consequences of the just concluded identity crisis still have us reeling, so we can just imagine how you must feel. Now it's safe to bring you up to speed concerning where certain events fit into the last year's acclaimed miniseries. Taken from the top, the green and purple armor that was the centerpiece of Identity Crisis number 1 resurfaced in Teen Titans 20. While the more evil than we know, Dr. Light returns in 21 and 23. They really did make Dr. Light a real big villain. This was the time they were hyping up Dr. Light, and they made him threatening. The repercussions of Light's brainwashing are felt in the Flash. This is the story where Light raped somebody, right? And they wiped his mind of it. And then they wiped Batman's mind. And that started the OMAC stuff, right? I think that's where they're going with this, no? They said, then you're going to want to check out Adventures of Superman and the funeral of Captain Boomerang, whose death, along with the Robin's father, Jack Drake, and Firestorm, Ronnie Raymond, was part of a pivotal Identity Crisis issue 5. Wow. That issue also tied into the events of Firestorm 1, which came out before Identity Crisis. And then we got JSA 67 and Manhunter 5. Robin begins dealing with his father's death in Robin 132. That's cool. That's cool that they should do this more nowadays, where they have like just a page explaining some stuff and catching people up. Look, there's a hot list. They're like Robin 134, Teen Titans 20. But now we need the fate of the Ultramarine Corps. So Superman is going to decide what to do with the Ultramarine Corps. He said, admit it, Scott. This is a public relations apocalypse for the Ultramarine Corps. Because this was the group. Grodd took all of them over except for Cyril with mind control bugs. And it's like, come on, man. That would never happen to the Justice League. But he's like, my team was operating under the control of a mystery cosmic neural parasite. Talk like that sure is oppressed to a judge, big fella. And Superman says, you are a disaster waiting to happen, Warmaker. Superheroes who don't mind killing to achieve their ends can be dangerous in the wrong hands. If it hadn't been for the bravery of the Squire, who knows what might have happened? Don't you realize death is no object to the most of the enemies we deal with? Quite frankly, as an alternative to some of the super punishments we had devised over the years, execution's a walk in the park. There's these no-nonsense solutions of yours just don't hold water in a complex world of jet-powered apes and time travel. What a good Superman quote. These no-nonsense solutions of yours just don't hold up in the water, don't hold water in a complex world of jet-powered apes and time travel. That's just a great Superman quote. But there's a growing universe that needs a strong, guiding hand to keep it on the straight and narrow. You have big ideas. Start small. And then we get Batman smiling? This is a rare panel, bro. Clip it, take a screenshot, make it your screensaver and or lock screen. Batman smiling. Boom. We hit the boom tube. And he sends them to the infant universe of Quark. Or the grown-up universe of Quark, where it's just full of corruption and destruction, a doomed micro-Earth in an infant universe with no such thing as superheroes. This should be interesting. Seconds to go. The end. I guess, no. He's putting the Ultramarine Corps in charge of the Quark universe that they were figuring out. You know, there's some and then there's a Matrix Online. If you know, you know about the Matrix Online. I've only heard videos and seen stories. Heard videos and seen stories. But that's all I know about the Matrix Online, which was a cool little idea, and it got big at one point. Sega, Warner Brothers, Atari. But yeah, the story I think actually holds up, and as an intro to the Justice League, it kind of works. It's a 3-part full story. You get a lot of Batman. You get to see Superman being cool. If you make it to issue 3, I got all 3 of these issues in a bundle for like, I don't even know. It's not on here either. It was $6 to $12. It was one of those, but it's as a 3-part story. As a 3-part story, I think it holds. You get to know about another DC group called the Ultramarine Corps and why you're never going to see them again, because they're literally in a different universe. And I don't think they made the New 52 reboot. I don't think they made it through the launching of the universe, and nobody asked to bring them back. So you get the appearance of the Ultramarine Corps. The robots are cool, but you know, they're just a stepping stone for Batman character development. And then issue 3, you get a lot of action. You get so much action, but the ending kind of like falls out, like they ran out of pages. They kind of feel like they ran out of pages. The biggest criticism I have about the book is the multiple off-screen things, like Batman escaping off the thing off-screen, and then just kind of half-ass explaining it. How they defeated Garako, the Atomic Sumo, because like if you read any of the part 1 stuff, like he was doing massive damage in that book. You see more of the Ultramarine Corps in part 1, but like part 3, there's so much Justice League, and Wonder Woman's introduction is so badass, as well as like you get to see Martian Manhunter do his thing a little bit, and Green Lantern and Flash work together. Like that beginning stuff at the beginning was really cool. I feel like this isn't like unnecessary, but like these two, their fight scenes working together was pretty cool for 3 pages. I thought it worked. This was a time where they were updating the comic to basically fit the TV show, kind of like how the Avengers do now with their movies. But it works for what it is. For the next issue, my chips. For the next JLA afternoon, we're gonna read actual JLA, okay, and not this your mama's crap. I did this arc already. It's a 6-part World War III series. And what I have next, it says Welcome to Gotham. This is a No Man's Land tie-in, basically. That's World War III. And then we're just going to start at issue 43. Tower of Babel. Because that's what I have. And I have a lot of comic books. Alright. Whoops. Please leave a like if you want to see more. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll come back with another comic book. We're going to get through the entire thing this year. I promise.